Welcome into another PFF draft profile. This time, Alabama running back Josh Jacobs, PFF's #1 running back, but doesn't appear on our board until somewhere around the second round, Mike. There's a lot to like about Jacobs, though.
Yeah, there is a lot to like about Jacobs, and what separates him compared to a lot of the running backs in this class is his receiving ability.
Yes.
He made some catches down the field that just take another level of receiving ability that a lot of guys in this class don't have, or didn't at least show on tape. He showed it on tape, showed he can run between the tackles. Not necessarily a home run hitter, but I think as a complete running back, he puts himself at the top.
And they lined him up out wide as a wide receiver in the slot, a lot more than you would expect at Alabama, and he didn't just, catch the ball well, he displayed some legitimate wide receiver kind of skills. Tough catches either in traffic with guys draped all over him, or sort of strong hands catches away from his frame. Those are high-level skills. Those are the kinds of things that elevate your value to the next level in today's NFL.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are talking about this as a weak running back class because there's not a guy who's testing off the charts, but at the same time, Josh Jacobs, what he can do as a receiver is almost reminiscent of Le'Veon Bell, who wasn't a freak athlete in his own right, but it takes, the ability to get in and out of breaks. It's not something that just comes naturally to a lot of running backs. Jacobs has that sort of receiving ability.
Yeah, Jacobs ultimately has that matchup weapon kind of skill set that is so vital in today's NFL. And then the only question mark going to the next level is what can you bring as a pass protector, because that's the thing that tends to keep a lot of these talented running backs off the field early in their careers, whether it's Todd Gurley, anybody else. If you can't pick up the blitz, that's what keeps you on the sideline.
Yeah, and I think Jacobs can be that guy. He has the size to do it at over 220 pounds there, and I like what he can also do as a runner. I know we focus more on the receiving game, what you can do as a pass catcher, and that's how you bring value, but I still think as a runner and a short yardage type of runner, that's what he can bring to the table. That's where as a running back you really have your most value, is turning those 3rd and 1s, converting those downs, and he did that better than anyone else in the nation this past season, converted the highest rate of his carries to first downs or touchdowns of any running back in college football.
Now the critics about Jacobs are going to point to the fact that his production at Alabama wasn't off the charts, but really that's just a product of the completely stacked backfield they had. There was a lot of carries to go around, right?
Yeah, and that's what I mentioned there with how he converted the most carries in the nation, first downs, touchdowns, is the usage. He was used in those short yard situations, so his yards per carry is not going to look great, and his total touches won't look great. But it's because he was facing stacked boxes when he came in there. It was obvious running situations, and he still got the job done.
There's a reason anybody looking at the tape has Josh Jacobs as arguably their top running back in the entire class, and that's where he is for PFF as well. Make sure you check out the rest of our draft profiles.